we are back with the top 4 of the 3rd Singapore Premier Challenge. On stream, we have 2 very familiar faces, Kenny Lee and Zulherryka.
Both of these players actually were our Singapore representatives for Worlds the previous season. Zul, of course, being able made it to actually made it to day 2. Yes. Kenny is now looking at me, sighing for the fact that he didn't make it. I'm sorry, Kenny.
That's it. Kenny has been one of our most consistent players in the previous season. He has won 3 Premier Challenges. It could be that he's trying to go and get back onto his streak and continue winning Premier Challenges and maybe getting another shot at Worlds again. Hopefully, maybe getting into day 2 this time.
Hopefully he can. Unfortunately, right now he just put on his headset, so he won't be able to hear you. So
and he has to go and fight Zulherryka, who also is probably a Worlds hopeful at this point.
Yeah, I mean, right now both of these players actually a lot of our Singapore players are rooting both of these guys for Worlds. Both of them have actually shown their stuff and have proven. I mean, they were the ones who qualified for Worlds last season. Yes. So, I mean, needless to say, I'm sorry, Kenny, but Zul made it today too. Also, so a lot of players are kind of like supporting these two. Seeing both of them against each other, I mean, it's a bit sad, but then again, they are in the top 4 right now, so it's not too bad.
And I mean, they do get CP, so it's not,
Yeah, both of them getting at least 23 CP if I recall correctly.
And also prizes from Zeppy Games.
So yeah, both of them will be getting a $10 voucher from Zeppy Games as well as several Moncole figurines. This kind of voucher, it was a stamp card I mentioned before. So I think right now, since we are holding this at Duellers Point near Hougang, they can actually just go over straight to the outlet at Next and just purchase the item with a $10 discount straight away.
That's true. Okay, and we'll probably be starting soon. But just as a recap, we've actually seen both of these. Have you actually seen Kenny on stream yet?
I don't read. Oh, I think it was Chop.
No,
it was Kenny against Chelsea, if I recall.
Yes, we've seen both of these players on stream before, and we've already seen what your teams can do and what your playstyles are like. Kenny actually is one of our most consistent players. I think he can actually probably he probably stands a good chance against Zul, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you can see both sides of the team as a refresher. Zul's running Charizard, Heatran, Landorus, Cresselia, Heliolisk, Heliolisk and Conkeldurr. While Kenny is running Suicune, Landorus, Cresselia, Heatran, Kangaskhan, and Amoonguss.
And we actually see Kangaskhan versus Charizard face off in quite a while.
I mean, both of them are running similar Pokemon with.
In fact, they're showing 3 of the members of their team. So the Landorus, the Heatran, and the Cresselia.
Just as is second to 4th slot of both team previews, as you can see here. The main differences is probably the Mega Pokemon.
Yes.
Zul running Charizard, Kenny running Kangaskhan, of course with his Chalk team with Suicune.
Of course, Suicune it's actually probably quite a bit of a strange Pokemon to bring against the Sun team, I guess. I mean, it could set up Tailwind, but at the same time, it might take Solar Beam.
I mean,
and its Skull is probably reduced in power as well.
The only thing I will imagine that Suicune's already good for in Sun is probably Steel Wind and Ice Beam.
Yes, and it can still Ice Beam the Landorus.
Yeah, but unfortunately, most of the time, it's not really that good of a situation, especially since Charizard can actually just use Solar Beam to the Suicune, and Heliolisk can just use Electric Thunderbolt on it and can survive quite fine.
Admittedly, Suicune always has the option of using Mirror Coat, which might be able to take out the Charizard if it decides to do that, but I don't think Kenny usually runs that on his Suicune.
Yeah, it's one of those weird movesets that actually kind of work time to time, but you need to have a very good judgment during the game itself.
We're going straight into the game. Both of them spent all the way down to the last second to decide their teams.
Yeah, it is a top 4 right now, and both of them did go to Worlds together. They're
probably friends.
They're also friends. I mean, both of them have spent quite a lot of time discussing with each other about teams to use and Worlds and things like that. So
strategies and the like. So they probably have a good handle of what the other person is doing. Zul leading with Charizard and Conkeldurr, while Kenny leading with Landorus and Cresselia. In
this skill, Zul actually can just go straight out of the offense, apart from the fact that Landorus can use Rock Slide, yes.
Especially, and he can always go for a Helping Hand Rock Slide, which will probably take out the Charizard wide regardless of whether
is a bulky or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with the Intimidate, the Conkeldurr is actually reduced in power. Ice Punch will not take out the Landorus, and it might be a bit less effective here than it should be.
I mean, at this point of time, Zul would not really entirely know whether it's a speedy or a bulky Landorus. I mean, if it's a bulky Landorus, just doing Heat Wave Ice Punch will take it out. But I mean, of course, then again, your Ice Punch wouldn't go as fast as Landorus. But we actually see the Conkeldurr switching out instead of the Charizard.
Probably expecting some sort of trick from Kenny here. Charizard Y Mega Evolving, will it go for the attack? It probably should, because it does not want to waste any of those Sun turns.
Yeah, but I mean, Zul shows that Zul's not really afraid of the helping hand Rock Slide here.
That's true. The possibility that the Charizard... Oh, he does go for the Protect actually.
Protect with Mega Evolve, it's kind of weird, I guess.
Knockoff going onto the Conkeldurr slot, which actually hits the Cresselia. Knocking out the Key Berry before the Cresselia can actually take it. Kenny doubling into the Conkeldurr slot, expecting Zul to actually either switch or stay in and probably trying to take it out regardless of the fact.
That was a good call there by Kenny. Zul did protect on his Charizard, not wanting to get hit by Rock Slide, but Rock Slide didn't even come out in the first place.
That's true. I think Kenny probably expected the Charizard to protect this turn. Probably so that Zul could switch something into that will give him a better advantage against the Landorus. But with the Cresselia coming in and taking damage that much and not being able to activate its Key Berry, it might not be in a very good position here.
I mean, the good thing about using a move like Knockoff, even if it's not very effective and it does hit Conkeldurr, you do take out the opponent's item, and so it's pretty much a kind of a good all-around move regardless whether it's super effective, not super effective. I mean, you did items are quite important in this game VGC here. So, and I believe Pokemon.com actually recently published an article about items.
Oh, that's why I need to check that out soon. Kenny redrawing his Landorus for his Heatran, expecting a fire attack from the Charizard. Not happening. Charizard switching out for the Conkeldurr. If Zul actually predicted that happening, that's actually quite a good play for him.
I think I know why Zul decided to Mega Evolve and Protect. He just wants to set up just in case his Cresselia needed to use Moonlight as should. But Psychic does come out straight onto the Conkeldurr.
And we see that Zul's Conkeldurr reveals itself to be Citrus Berry Conkeldurr with the Sun Booster, Heat Wave, and the Psychic. But at the same time, the Conkeldurr's fighting typing is not a very good thing for Heatran to be staring down.
I mean, then again, Cresselia could just whack into Conkeldurr, no problem.
That's true, especially since we saw Psychic do so much damage previously.
Yep. I mean, Heatran getting hit by Mach Punch, I'm not entirely sure whether they will take it out, to be honest.
Probably won't.
Yeah.
But it'll still do a significant amount of damage, and Heatran is probably Kenny's answer to Zul's, the majority of Zul's team.
True. I mean, Charizard can't really touch Heatran at all, only being usually using either fire attacks or solar beams.
And we see Heatran going for the substitute. Cresselia going for the Psychic, targeting down the... Does it take it out? Yes, it does. Substitute Heatran behind. Substitute Heatran now possibly completely walling Zul's Cresselia.
And now we see actually Charizard switching in, although the sun is already out, so he won't be able to reset it.
Not very good position for Zul here. Heatran is walling both of his Pokemon unless his Charizard happens to carry Hidden Power Crown, but even so, he needs to break.
Yeah, he needs to break the Heatran start.
Yes, Kenny has maneuvered himself into a pretty safe position here, I would say.
I mean, you still, what we've seen before throughout this whole game, still Pokemon behind subs.
Yes, yes. Quite interesting thing. Substitute is a pretty good move to exploit Pokemon, your opponents being very defensive, switching and stuff like that. Charizard decides to go for the overheat. Maybe he decides to target down Cresselia, try to take it out before he can do any more damage.
I mean, in this period of time, Zul can't really do much about the Heatran, but he does go attack into the Heatran, trying to get rid of the sub. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it's a critical hit,
but
not enough.
Heatran goes for the Heat Wave, doing lots of damage under the sun.
Lots of damage, but considering that these two, I mean, Cresselia is bulky and Charizard is already fire type.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't too much.
Yeah.
Cresselia sets up the Trick Room. Kenny famous for playing Trick Room Kangaskhan. And now his Heatran has the speed advantage. And his Cresselia possibly.
I mean, Cresselia are slow Pokemon to begin with, but then again, if considering the fact that Kenny is using Trick Room, his Cresselia is probably a negative speed nature.
And his Cresselia uses Rest.
Oh god.
Is that a Chesto Rest Cresselia?
I believe so.
I would assume so.
I mean, normally people wouldn't use Rest. Yeah, it's a Chesto Rest
Cresselia. Restoring itself back to full health. That was pretty smart of Kenny. Heat Wave doesn't do enough to the opposing Cresselia. Does it even burn? No.
Now, Calm Mind, you can see Calm Mind coming out from the Cresselia. We've seen Zul actually using this Calm Mind before and helping him win his previous game.
That's true, that's very true, especially since he's fighting two special attackers. With the sun faded, Heatran's fire attacks are probably not going to do a lot to that +1 Cresselia now. And right now, Zul might still be in a position where he can pull himself out of this because we've already seen that his Cresselia knows Moonlight, it knows Calm Mind. If he can get reckon enough boost, he might be able to take down the entire team.
But if he wants to abuse Moonlight, he might have to switch his... Huh?
Oh, perhaps,
What?
I think because Zul's Charizard is already at -2, Kenny was expecting him to switch into something else.
Probably like the Hilo list or the Heatran. Yeah, but then again, Zul does have a Landorus at the back, so
Yeah,
it's kind of a
that might
weird...
have been a bit weird for Kenny. Maybe he's... I'm not sure what he was planning exactly. That the overheat now puts that Charizard at -4, and as you can see, the Cresselia is still...
But Charizard still stays in. I wonder what's the last Pokemon that Zul has. Huh.
What is Kenny trying to pull?
Kenny's just giving Zul free turns
trying to set up Calm Mind,
Yeah.
yes. Unless Kenny has some way of stopping Zul's Cresselia afterwards, I don't see what he's planning to do right now. We already know that he has his Landorus and he probably has his Kangaskhan in the back, but this seems to be a bit strange for Kenny.
I mean, if Zul does switch out his Charizard and ends up setting a Landorus, it just shows that Kenny's effort is kinda fruitless.
In vain, yeah. Kenny seems to be playing very strangely here.
Wait, Heat Wave would have given him a lot of free damage.
Heat Wave would have given him a lot of free damage, unless he's afraid, he's really, really afraid of the Heatran.
This is, yeah, I'm
He must be quite afraid of the opposing Heatran. But
Yeah.
Zul is not revealing whatever it is he has in the bag.
It's kind of a smart thing for Zul because he does not need to. I'm not sure whether he's afraid to switch out or he does not need to switch out yet. I mean, considering that Kenny has shown Earth Power, that might have actually influenced Zul's decision whether to want to switch out or not.
Yeah, and for all we know, it really might be the Heatran or the Heliolisk.
However, Cresselia did manage to Calm Mind twice, so that's kind of that's a very big boost.
Big warning.
And
flag
Heatran
there.
may not be able to hit it as hard as he would have liked to.
Yeah. That's it. Zul has a -4 Charizard, and both players, I'm not sure what they're thinking of their situation right now because it's a very strange situation right now.
You do see finally you see the switch out. What does it send to? Oh,
And
the
it does
Lander.
reveal to be the Landorus, so even if Kenny did manage to hit Landorus on the switch, it is not going to do much.
Landorus
Or
here.
at all.
Yeah, Landorus here is free to actually Earthquake and get rid of the sub.
And Kenny perhaps finally catching on to the fact that he should not be ignoring that Cresselia. Goes for the Heat Wave. Doesn't burn,
Oh,
but it
that's
does
a-
crit.
oh, it does get the burn.
It does get a
Ouch.
burn. Oh, that's a pretty bad thing for Zul.
That's a crit and a burn at the same attack. But at least Zul does manage to get rid of the substitute. Hopefully an Earthquake will be able to take it out, but I'm not. Oh, but yeah,
And now Trick Room has worn off. Kenny has wasted at least 2 of his Trick Room turns trying to Earth Power Landorus switch in. It could be that Kenny could just reset his Trick Room, or he might do he might just do something else entirely.
it's kind of like a weird, interesting situation because I mean, Zul would not want Kenny to reset Trick Room. So Kenny might know that and just decides to protect his Cresselia, switch out or anything.
No,
but Heatran is still quite a big threat on the field, and Zul
Yes.
needs to carry out a bit ASAP.
But at the same time, I don't think the Landers is on the field for much longer. Within maybe two turns with the burn,
And knockoff wouldn't even do really too much, but at least it will help a bit.
especially since both Crusaders have already used their items.
Use a super power string onto Heatran, not going to do too much. Or double
Doubling
target.
into the Heatran. Crusader goes for the Psychic, taking out the Landers. Now Zul has to face two Pokemon facing all of Kenny's 4. That's it. His Crusaders is at +2, and but with the Charizard coming back in, the Sun is set up again. This might increase Heatran's damage against Zul's own team. This might not be what Zul wants to deal with.
I mean, on the bright side, Zul does have a better Moonlight this time. However, it's still 2 versus 4. He has to get rid of the Heatran. If he doesn't get rid of the Heatran fast enough, he will pretty much lose the game.
If Kenny was playing in the time with timer, he would probably win this already. But as it is, we'll have to see who knocks out all 4 of their opponents.
Interesting how timer ends up being affected in quite a bit of
Yes, very
matches
much
today.
so. Overheat coming out onto the Crusader.
Interesting choice of overheat here. Oh, 1 hit KO onto Cresselia. I mean, it is overheat under Sun,
Yes.
so
It probably would have done a lot of damage anyways. Icy Wind onto Heatran. Doesn't matter, Heatran's pretty much the slowest thing on the field already.
not sure why I see win, but oh,
Heat Wave misses the...
Cresselia, I believe.
But soon, I suppose that if Kenny can take out the Charizard, it doesn't really matter too much.
And Zul using overheat was pretty much the only thing he could do. He wouldn't want to use Heat Wave against Heatran anyway.
That's true.
And
Landorus coming out, we know that it has revealed knockoff before,
yeah, knockoff onto Cresselia, not something Zul would want to face.
but now the Crusader is at it has +2 special attack, and it's back to full health, and its item is gone.
I mean, one thing Zul could do is just pretty much double target into all of Heatran's partners.
Yes.
He let Heatran face Cresselia alone while Cresselia
But-
uses Moonlight.
And it reveals that Landorus is actually scarfed or something, because it's faster than Zul's Charizard Y, and it takes it out before it could do anything else. Icy Wind comes out, but that's okay. Heatran can take that like all day, every day.
Oh,
But
it-
it appears to be an Assault Vest Landorus.
Yeah, I think it's a bulky Charizard.
It's a slow, bulky.
It might be a bulky Charizard.
It could be. And Heat Wave critical.
Oh, ouch.
That definitely seals the game in Kenny's favor.
Yeah, without that crit, Zul might have survived, be able to Moonlight, I guess, on one more
Yes.
turn. But ouch, that.
Yeah, that's the problem when you play with boosts and stuff. You always run the risk of having a
Yeah,
crit.
I mean, boost does help time to time, but that crit chance.
Yeah. I mean, Kenny has been throwing Heat Waves the entire
Yeah,
game.
it's gonna crit one way or another someday.
And so now with that in mind, the two of them are probably going to rethink their strategies. I'm not sure what they felt. Zul might want to go and rethink about how he wants to deal with the Heatran, because obviously the Heatran is the main problem. Kenny, on his hand, he now knows that the Cresselia has
Calm mind, yes.
yes, and he might want to think about dealing with that.
Yeah.
And he knows that Zul's Charizard is slower than his Landorus at this point.
I mean, although Kenny did win the first game, he knows that Cresselia, if you leave it alone too much, it can become a big threat. Kenny was lucky that he managed to get the critical hit off at the last turn of the previous game.
That was very
Yeah,
lucky.
totally bypassing the +2 special defense that Cresselia had.
I have a feeling that Kenny's last Pokemon was most likely his Kangaskhan. He was probably keeping it in reserve in order to take out the Cresselia at the end. But evidently he didn't need it thanks to that crit.
I mean, as mentioned before, can't recall which match was it, that Salamence and Charizard is one of those mega Pokemon you want to bring in and hit something as hard as possible, as fast as possible, and just ruin your opponent's strategy.
Yes.
However, in this case, Zul didn't manage to do that with his Charizard, seeing that Kenny actually sent out his own Heatran.
Yes.
So Zul might want to switch out his leads a bit, maybe send out his Conkeldurr a bit earlier, or maybe even the Landorus. He still has to be aware of that Cresselia though.
It's always very interesting because I think at this point it all depends on the team choice, on the lead choice, and also because Conkeldurr happens to be the citrus berry variant, so it's not taking reduced damage from assault from special attacks, which is probably not very helpful against the Heatran
Yeah.
when you are running Sun.
you will want to have like a. I mean, sometimes Sun can help you, like how Zul decides to make his team to be. But you have to be aware of opponent's team, opponent's Heatran, opponent's Rotom hit, opponent's own Charizard even.
Yes.
If opponent decide to use the Charizard X one day, your own Sun might just...
And Zul goes for the Heliolisk. Okay, this is a Pokemon I have never seen on stream ever before. Well, Kenny goes for the Suicune and Kangaskhan.
This might be quite a good situation for Zul. Heliolisk can help take care against the Suicune, and Charizard can pretty much just go straight for an overheat onto Kangaskhan.
Definitely. This is, I mean, especially Solar Power. Solar Power it boosts Heliolisk attack, special attack if I remember right.
I think at the cost of his HP if I recall,
At the cost of his HP. But at this point, this might be what Zul needs to get back in the game.
Yeah. Zul has to be careful of the first turn fake out though, however...
But the thing is, if Kenny fakes out the Heliolisk, then Charizard is free to overheat.
Interesting though, because if I recall, Solar Power actually reduces your health per turn.
Yes.
So, setting up your Sun so early while knowing that one of your Pokemon won't be able to attack if it does get faked out, it's a bit of a slight risk.
However, there is one thing I'm hoping that Zul is going to use is that his Heliolisk Heliolisk is one of the few Pokemon with stat Hyper Beam. So if he Hyper Beams the Kangaskhan, I will be very amused.
No,
he goes straight with the Thunderbolt onto the Suicune, doesn't take it out. Yes,
it does take out in one hit, shows how powerful.
That was a powerful hit.
Yes, it was powerful thanks to Solar Power against... Oh, is it Solar Power and...
Life Orb.
Solar Power and Life Orb. Ouch.
Stacking so much damage on the Suicune.
Heliolisk is really going all or nothing here. Taking the damage from both Solar Power and Life Orb, being able to deal a lot of damage in return.
That was a very bad turn for Kenny over there.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I mentioned Charizard hits fast and high, but I guess Heliolisk can do that too.
Admittedly, Zul is always in danger over here because now Landorus is on the field. A Sucker Punch might be able to take down Heliolisk, while Landorus' Rock Slide will probably finish off Charizard at this health. So even though he lost his Pokemon early, Kenny might still be able to get back in.
Sucker Punch just come out. So that's onto the Heliolisk.
It should be enough to take it out.
Yep, it is. Probably gonna go Rock Slide straight into the Charizard.
But does it hit?
Yes, it does.
And we see Kenny taking a deep breath of relief. And the Charizard and Heliolisk are down. So even though Zul took out Kenny's Suicune in the first turn, and the next turn Kenny took down both of his leads. So now Zul is left with his Cresselia and his...
What's that?
Conkeldurr.
Oh, it's a Heatran.
Heatran.
I mean, well, Heatran does have the Sun behind him to be able to launch off Heat Waves. Earthquake from Landorus is still a thing.
But at the same time, Kangaskhan is a very good Pokemon to have against these two. Low Kick takes out Heatran, and Return does quite a copious amount of damage on Cresselia.
Knockoff, Return,
yes.
Low Kick, Earthquake. Especially
since his Landorus is his whole vested. He might just go for just take out the Heatran and then focus entirely on Cresselia for all we know.
Yeah, Kenny has everything at his disposal to just take out these two Pokemon whenever using these two.
And moreover, with Knockoff, he can deactivate Cresselia's Key Berry before it actually triggers.
Even Calm Mind wouldn't really help, wouldn't help at all since these two are physical.
Exactly. And Icy Wind is obviously not going to do a lot of damage onto the Landorus. However, that lowered speed might actually help.
I mean, as shown before, plus two Icy Wind didn't even do enough to KO in the previous game, so let alone +0 or
and we see the Knockoff going out onto the Cresselia, not wanting the Key Berry to trigger. Heatran goes for the Heat Wave.
Before the Kangaskhan, showing that it indeed is a bulky Trick of Kangaskhan.
And the burn on the Landorus. Does it burn the Kangaskhan? No, it doesn't. And Kangaskhan goes for the Low Kick. Is it enough? Yes, it is.
Yes, it's going to be enough. I mean, a burn onto both Pokemon would be extremely nice, but I think that's asking for a bit too much.
Yes, that's true. At that point, though, I think that was what Zul needed. Kangaskhan avoids the Icy Wind.
Not going to matter too much. At this point, it's Cresselia against the world, and without all the Calm Mind boosts, it's not going to be doing much.
Kenny taking a pretty commanding lead now, despite the fact that he lost his Suicune early. Kangaskhan really proving why it's one of the better Megas in the meta game.
Well, there's nothing much you can say here. Kenny has a 3-1 lead right now. Cresselia doesn't have all the boosts. It has a chance. Moonlight.
It has Moonlight. With Landorus out of the picture, it might be able to pull off some sort of.
Oh.
Yeah. Duellers is proving itself completely useless.
But
over
Duellers
here.
decides not to feign this turn with the burn. I think Crescella might be able to launch out one Calm Mind this turn. However,
Zul has to keep in mind that whatever the case, he's still going to have to fight two of Kenny's Pokemon at relatively good health.
yes, and Kangaskhan, if once Zul decides to attack, Kangaskhan can just Sucker Punch anytime.
That's true. Zul is in a pretty tough position here. Kenny deciding to withdraw Landorus, sending out his Heatran, which is a good move, I suppose.
I mean, Crescella can't really do much against Heatran anyway, so...
Heatran going off. Oh, and there's a crit!
Ow, all the critical hits going against Zul is...
Calm Mind coming off. But at this point, I think it's safe to say that Kenny has pretty much sealed the game with that
it's
crit.
pretty much too late. An attack again next turn with either
Return,
Heatran or
return, yeah.
another return will knock it off. You don't even need Heat Wave or Flamethrower
Yes.
from Heatran at all.
Yes.
Hey, you see Zul's stretching out strength, handshake there. So I guess that's game.
And Kenny is now moving on to the finals of our third Singapore Premier Challenge. Sponsored by Zeppi Games.
So I mean, it's still good. Zul managed to get off, if I recall, 24 championship points, while Kenny will have at least 27. That's actually quite good considering we have elevated PC. Unlike normally Zul will only have 14, while Kenny will only at least 20.
I think it's a good thing that these guys are getting CP because at least if they want to make a second run at Worlds, this is where they will have to start.
And at this point, actually, the difference between the top 4 is not too much, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
It's only a biggest difference of like maybe 6, I guess. I mean, 6 you would think is a lot based on the normal PC. However, I mean, 24, 30, all these PCs will still be accumulated.
Yeah.
It's still best
Yeah.
finisher limit of 5, I believe, or 6.
And
Can't recall.
at least both of them still have CP, and they will continue getting it for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
hopefully.
these two are still definitely in the run for Worlds. I mean, it's still very early in the season.
Yes, that's true.
We still have not yet have our regionals,
Yeah.
and I think we already have 3 premier challenges in the span
Yeah.
of 2 months, so we're definitely gonna get more in the future.
Yeah. And I think we will have an interview.
With Kenny, I think should we have a Kenny or with Zul? Yeah,
We'll have an interview with
with
Zul.
Zul. Since Kenny's gonna be definitely the top 2, so let's have an interview with Zul, and maybe let's see the next round Kenny or whoever else is in the top 2. Alright, so here we have Zul here on stream. It's unfortunate that you lost the previous game, but still congratulations on getting top 4 of the PC here. I understand that the previous PC you weren't really doing too well.
It's best of one, anything could happen, like hacks and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sure, in the previous game you did get critted quite a lot. So I guess just imagine what if that happens in every round in Swiss.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to come back from that. But I mean, you did go off with 24 championship points this time, compared to because previously we did not really have elevated in our second PC, if I recall. So I think that one, even if you get top 16, you only get like 2. But I mean, I think that's quite a lot. Are you planning to go to Worlds for next season? Or are you just playing for fun here?
Well, for now, I think I'm playing for fun because I don't think I could. Even if I get the world invite, I don't think I would go because I will only go maybe if I will get a big invite.
Oh, paid invite. Well, I guess you have to really fight hard for that one. I think previous season we only had 2. I'm not really sure how we get this one. We still have yet to be confirmed. However, all the best for that. Hopefully you do get enough championship points to actually get that paid invite. I mean, the trip to San Francisco is still, it's still far from here to Singapore. You still have to spend quite a lot. So, all the best for your future games, and hopefully you get enough.